Welcome to the Tarleton State University Career Services Resume Level 2 video. My name is Rachel Snyder, and I'm the Career Development Coordinator for our College of Business. Today we're going to go over some different aspects of resumes, cover letters, and references. You can check out our website for additional resources. First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. They're wonderful supporters of career services, and they love to hire Tarleton students. Next, I want to mention our Career Cafe. The Career Cafe is where you can drop in physically or virtually and get your questions about interviews, resumes, career and major exploration, the job search, and more answered by a career coach. Be sure to check our website for updated times and location information. I also want to tell you a little bit about VMOC. This is a 24/7 online resume review tool that will give you personalized feedback on your resume. Think of it as part of the Career Cafe that's always open. The VMOC page can be accessed from the Career Services homepage. There you'll find more information on VMOC and login instructions. As a quick review, in the Resume Level 1 video, we covered tips on formatting the basic sections of a resume, including contact information, an objective or area of interest, the education section, the experiences or skills section, and other sections. Today, we're going to go over cover letters, skills sections, how to write out your skills in a way that'll take your resume to the next level using the SOAR method, reference pages, and more. Please note that you can check out examples of what we will be covering today in our book of resumes, which is on the Career Services website. Let's get started. While a cover letter may not always be required to apply for a position, that doesn't mean that it's not worth writing. If you're on the same level as another applicant in regards to your resume, having a cover letter can be what makes the difference in getting you the interview. So what do you need to include in a cover letter? Here are the basics. Start by addressing the position you are applying for, why you are applying, and how you found the position. This is especially important if someone within the company referred you for that position. In the cover letter, highlight your relevant skills and qualifications with some detail. Tie that in with your knowledge of the organization, which you can get by checking out the company's website. If you have relevant school or work accomplishments that the company would be interested in, but that you couldn't elaborate on within the confines of your resume, a cover letter is a great place to do that. Sometimes you also may need to include information that can't be included in a resume, such as explaining a gap in employment or plans to relocate to their location. Be sure to mention your attached or enclosed resume. Then the employer will know to look for it, just in case the resume file is not attached with the cover letter. List your contact information again, both the phone number and the email. End the letter by restating your interest and thanking them for their time. And don't forget to sign your letter. If you're tech savvy, you may create a digital signature. Or you can always just print the letter, sign it in blue or black ink, and scan the letter back into your computer. Even though you probably won't be mailing this letter, the industry standard is still to format the cover letter as a letter. You can see here that means including your address, the employer's information and address, and the date. Make sure to find the person's name that you're addressing. Call the company if you need to, but only use "to whom it may concern" as a last resort. If you need to refer to this information later, you can find it in our book of resumes. There's also a full sample cover letter in that book. Here, you can see that sample cover letter. Even though it includes a substantial amount of information, you can see that this cover letter is right at about a page long. If you want to read this cover letter to get some inspiration, it's in our book of resumes. Next, let's talk about the summary of skills section found on a combination resume. As I said in the previous video, the summary of skills section is a bulleted list of 3 to 5 of your top transferable skills. Generally, you'll want to start with an action verb or a number. An example of a skill you list is the number of years of experience that you have in the industry, such as 5 years of sales experience. There are a variety of things that you can list in this section. Another example is, if you're bilingual, listing the languages you know. Make sure that you specify how fluent you are and what you are fluent in. And by this I mean, you'll want to put that you are fluent in written and/or oral French. That just means that you can read, write, and have a conversation in French. Make sure that in these bullets, you have more than just one or two words and that you include skills specific to the job, not just soft skills. Let's look at some examples. Here you'll see one bullet says fast learner, and the second bullet says dedicated to reach and exceed new goals and objectives. The second bullet is more concrete and provides a clearer picture of what the applicant means. Fast learner can mean a lot of different things to different people. It can mean that you're good at learning new technology, that you're good at setting and completing goals, or that you're a self-starter and don't require much guidance. So specifying exactly what you mean is important. Take this second example. The first bullet says public speaking, and the second bullet says proven capability with speaking in front of large and small audiences. Public speaking can mean many things, so it's helpful here to quantify the size of the audiences that you have experience speaking to. You might specify whether the capability is in front of classrooms if you're a teacher, or in front of customers if you're going into sales. Just keep in mind that you want to be as specific and concrete as possible. Now, let's talk about the SOAR method. This method is a way to write the bullets that go into your experiences section in a chronological or combination resume, or in the skills section in a functional resume. You can see here that SOAR stands for statement of action, occurrence of action, amount of action, and results of action. Essentially, this will take your resume from being a summary of your job duties to being focused on your accomplishments. Let's take a look at this in action. You can see here that the original statement is managed production crew. While that's good information, it's not very specific, and it may leave a lot of questions in an employer's mind. So let's start adding detail. Managed production crew on a daily basis is good, but we could still get more detailed. Managed production crew of over 20 people on a daily basis is excellent. The employer can see that this was a regular part of your job and the number of people you supervised, which gives the employer a good indication of your management ability. Now, ideally, you would want to also add the results of your work, but that isn't always possible. Just do it where you can. See this example? Managed production crew of over 20 people that increased production 3 quarters in a row. Now that is accomplishment based. An employer will really understand your skill set as you start to use the SOAR method throughout your resume. More examples and a list of verbs are located in the book of resumes to help you get started. Now the references page is simply a list of references. It's a separate document from your resume and cover letter, but you will have the same heading, which is your contact information, as on your resume. List 3 to 5 professional references who can answer an employer's questions about the skill set that they're looking for. Make sure to get your references permission first, and send them a thank you note for being willing to be a reference. And each time you submit that information, let the reference know about the job you applied for and when he or she can potentially expect a call. Here's a sample reference page, which can be found in our book of resumes. You will see that each reference also includes their job title, the company that they work for, and 2 ways to contact them, usually a phone number and an email. Now, you may have heard of using keywords in your resume in order to get through the applicant tracking system, which is a type of software used by some companies to screen resumes. Using keywords, which can be pulled from the job description, can be beneficial, but make sure not to overuse the keywords just to beat the system. Remember that ultimately a person will review your resume, so it needs to make sense. Unless the website specifies otherwise, a good rule of thumb is to upload your resume, cover letter, and reference page as PDFs. Keep a master list of your previous accomplishments, positions, certifications, projects, etc. to pull from when you're tailoring your resume to a job. This will keep you from trying to remember what you accomplished 5 years ago. A great way to proofread your resume is by reading it out loud. To stay organized, pick a consistent file name format. For example, you might save every resume as company name, comma, your name, comma, date, comma, resume, or something similar. This will help ensure that you don't send the wrong resume to the wrong company. So, as we wrap up, I want you to think about how you can apply what you've learned here today. What can you do to update or improve your resume? Maybe you need to create a cover letter or rewrite your experiences section using the SOAR method. Thanks so much for watching the Tarleton State University Career Services Resume Level 2 video. If you have any questions, please contact us at 254-968-9078 or careers@tarleton.edu.